what up, Dodgers Nation? D-Mac here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. Mookie Betts and Trea Turner named starters to the All-Star game in Los Angeles. Wouldn't it be a great time for the Dodgers to announce an extension for Trea Turner? We're going to dive into that in just a second, but quick reminder for our latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, interviews, and more all season long. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, I want your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your excitement level for the All-Star game being at Dodger Stadium, being back in Los Angeles for the first time in 42 years? Let us know down below. And also, would you like to see the Dodgers announce an extension for Trea Turner at the All-Star game? And what are the percentage chances you think the Dodgers will re-sign Trea at the moment? What does your gut tell you? Let us know down below in the comment section. And for all latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So some breaking news to report. For the first time since 1980, the Dodgers will have multiple position players starting in the All-Star game. It was announced just seconds ago that Mookie Betts and Trea Turner have been selected by the fans to start in the Midsummer Classic. And if you break down the voting, Mookie received 37% of the vote. That was tops in the National League, and he'll be starting alongside Braves outfielder Ronald Acuna and old friend Jock Peterson. Yes, Jock Peterson did make the All-Star team, and he is starting in the game. I want to see Jock in the home run derby. I think that would be very exciting. Now, if you look at Mookie's NL ranks when it comes to outfielders, his 20 home runs are second, right behind Kyle Schwarber. A 156 WRC plus, that's first among NL outfielders, and his 3.7 F4 is also first. So he missed some time due to that cracked rib, and still is the #1 outfielder when it comes to F4, WRC plus, and he's second with home runs. He had a multi-home run game yesterday, so Mookie Betts, a surefire superstar, playing in front of his home fans at Dodger Stadium. It's going to be electric. It's going to be special, especially when you consider the fact that he didn't play in the game last season. He was selected by the players, but he was dealing with that nagging hip injury and opted out of the All-Star game. So let's be honest. We all knew that Mookie was ultimately going to get that starting spot in the outfield for the All-Star game. That doesn't come as a big surprise, but Trea Turner, that was very close. Between him and Dansby Swanson, he just slid in there at the end. He took that starting spot, and because of Fernando Tatis Jr. being injured this season, it was really a two-horse race between Swanson and Trea Turner. If you look at the voting breakdown between them, Trea had 49% of the vote through Wednesday morning. It was at 50-50 on Thursday morning. It did jump to 51% this morning, and then he finished with 52% of the vote. So very close for Trea Turner. It's his second All-Star game and the first time that he's starting in it. Now, if you look at his numbers, his NL ranks, he's first in batting average at 305. He's first in on-base percentage at 356. He's second in slug at 482. Second in WOBA at 361. First in WRC plus at 135, and third in F4 at 3.2. So Dansby, he's been really gaining that defensive F4. Really, he's had an outstanding season. He's going to be on the team. But to see Trea Turner as an All-Star at Dodger Stadium representing this franchise, maybe it continues these warm feelings between him and the organization, because it did seem a little cold heading into the season after the team told Trea that they weren't going to offer him a contract extension. But if you look at the year he's having starting in the All-Star game, you see the 1-2-3 between Mookie, him, and Freddie Freeman, how potent they are, how explosive they are in the top of this lineup. That is a 1-2-3 that's going to win you World Series championships if you keep that nucleus intact. So what I want to see that group kept together. I think at the All-Star game, lots of warm and fuzzy feelings. You're talking about the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium, the Midsummer Classic. Why not just steal the headlines and steal the show and announce that Trea Turner is signing long-term? Now, the likelihood of that happening isn't very likely at all, but it would be an opportunity opportunity for the Dodgers if they just wanted to get it done. And basically one of their last chances, I think, to really have a moment to sign Trea Turner before the second half of the season and the postseason, because we know that if he finds a way to get to free agency, anything can happen. You saw last season with Freddie Freeman. You don't want to let the players that you want to re-sign get away. You don't want to have them take meetings and be wooed by other franchises and start a bidding war. So if the Dodgers are serious about having Trea Turner be their long-term solution at shortstop, they should pay Trea at the All-Star game, and at the very least make him a very competitive and aggressive offer, because if they don't, he hits free agency, he is going to be lured in by teams all across the East Coast. You've heard him linked to the Phillies, you've heard him linked to other franchises like the Baltimore Orioles, and there's all these rumors and these whispers out there that because he's from Florida that he wants to play on the East Coast. Look, I think Trea Turner wants to win, and he realizes he can do that in LA. And for the kind of money that he's going to get, man, you get yourself a nice private jet. I mean, the way these guys fly, trust me, it's not like the mere mortals out there. I mean, these guys are flying in luxury. Trea Turner can just run home. He's that fast. If he wants to go to the East Coast, he can just sprint home. He'd probably be there in a couple minutes. So I think that, look, the Flash should stay in LA. He is the best option out there. I would take Trea Turner over Carlos Correa. I would take him over Xander Bogaerts. I think defensively hasn't had his best year, but he still has the talent to be that long-term shortstop solution. He is superior to Corey Seager defensively. There's no question about it. And I think that it's an opportunity for the Dodgers to really just get this core intact. And you talk about Freddie, Mookie, and Trea. I mean, three of the best players in Major League Baseball, establishing this core that could go and win you some titles. Because if Trea walks, yes, there are some options. You talk about the year that Gavin Lux is having. He is a legitimate and viable contingency plan. Jacob Amaya down in the minor league level. Yes, you've heard people talk about that. And then how about the name we mentioned in Dansby Swanson? Dansby Swanson is also going to be a free agent. They're all going to be teams that are after Dansby. Maybe you can get him at a discount to Trea Turner, because look, he's the guy that had a slow start. He was the top pick. Some people didn't think that he really reached his full potential, but he's going to be another name out there in the shortstop market when you talk about Carlos Correa, Trea Turner, Dansby Swanson, Xander Bogaerts. There's some really coveted names out there that the Dodgers hopefully will be in the mix for at least one of them. But I'm telling you, if I could sign one, it would be Trea Turner. He has the durability. He's a game changer with his speed. And I think that all this postseason nonsense, people saying, oh, he doesn't come through in the postseason. Well, that's the same thing they were talking about with Corey Seager. When you're hot in the postseason, you essentially have a hot couple of weeks or a hot month. So you really have to trust the track record of the career versus the postseason, because you never know when a player can just turn into God mode in October. We've seen it with our own eyes with Corey Seager, where a lot of people criticized his postseason performances only to win the NLCS and World Series MVP. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Trea Turner is a special talent. Premium shortstops don't come by very often, and I think they should lock him up. So congratulations to Trea Turner, the first Dodger shortstop. Dodgers shortstop to start in the All-Star game since Bill Russell in 1980, and it's the first time the Dodgers have had multiple position players start since 1980 as well. When you had first baseman Steve Garvey, you had second baseman Davey Lopes, shortstop Bill Russell, and outfielder Reggie Smith. So it's going to be a special day at the Ravine. First time in 42 years on the 75th anniversary of Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier. It's fitting that it's in LA. But let me know down below in the comments section. Bonus question. If you could pick one of these four shortstops for the Dodgers to lock up long term, who would you pick? Trea Turner, Dansby Swanson, Xander Bogaerts, or Carlos Correa? Let me know down below. And if you were Andrew Friedman in the Dodgers, what kind of contract would you offer Trea Turner at the All-Star break? Me, I'm offering a deal that says 8 years, $260 million. That's a $32.5 million per year AAV. Matches Corey Seager. Look, the Rangers, they were spending money like drunk sailors. That was definitely an overpay for Seager. But Trea Turner is a little older. But I do think that might not get get the deal done. Maybe you go a little north of that if you think you can come close on it. I mean, what's an extra $5-10 million when you're already at that point anyway? But let me know down below. My name is DMac. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, breakdowns, and more all season long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.